Hey guys, so this is our relationship Q&A that we've been meaning to do, but we got some funny questions, some inappropriate questions.
Some very inappropriate questions, which we won't be covering today.
But we'll go over a few main ones and then at the end do our little spiel. So how did we meet? Take it away.
We met at the gym. I was downstairs and she came bouncing in the room, legitimately bouncing.
I was very hyper. Well,
maybe
I'm
hopping.
still hyper.
And she had a bag of meat, a Ziploc bag of meat. What kind of meat was it?
It was either ground turkey or ground beef, but I was eating it with a plastic spoon.
So I'm like, here comes this woman, hyper, smiley, very happy, in the gym. Were you working out?
Yep, short shorts, all the time.
Working out with
Always
short
in
shorts, with a Ziploc bag eating meat. I knew at this point she was very peculiar. But we didn't actually start
dating until a couple years later.
A couple years later, yeah. How do you two find a medium when working together, tasks, etc.? We're taking that as how do you find balance with everything, or who does what, I guess. But
yeah, for those of you who don't know, we do everything together. We run the business together, errands together.
We may have not, in the last 5.5 years we've been together, we may have only missed about what, 10 days total, 20 days total of not seeing each other in 6 years, 5.5 years.
Yeah.
We do everything. We don't get sick of each other. We really don't.
Yeah.
You know, she might get testy, I get testy, but that's about it.
That's for a later question.
Just the normal stuff. But how do you find it? I don't know. We didn't have to find it. It just kind of molded itself over time.
We both have our strengths. We both have our weaknesses, and I think it's a good balance of one picks up the other, or I take over when he can't, that type of thing, and vice versa. So I think we've figured out.
It's a very hard question to answer because it's not like we had to strategically make adjustments for that to happen. It just kind of molded over time as everything in the business and the work progressed.
Yeah, and our relationship progressed.
Yeah, and one thing that is good about both of us is we're both very ambitious and we're both high energy. So it's like if she looks at me and is like, "How much work do you have left?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know, probably till 9." And she's like, "Okay, good. I have stuff I gotta do."
I always have stuff to do.
So we always have stuff we gotta do. So nobody's really waiting on the other person to finish or whatever. Yeah. It's more like, "Oh, you're working till 10? Oh, okay, cool. I'll work till 10 too."
It's like, how much longer can I work for? Or what can I get done in that amount of time?
Yeah.
So that's just how we work. And you know, I like to take care of the tasks that I know will take him 20 minutes and me too.
Technology, all of it.
That's usually the thing. So like, there's certain things where it's like, and then he takes care of cooking everything because I forget things and burn things. So it's a good, we found our balance just because that's how it happened.
Yeah, I clean the kitchen, take the garbage out, recycles, I cook, I clean, I go shopping. She does the laundry, does technology stuff.
Handles the business.
The business, budget, financial stuff.
Yeah. We both could probably do the other things. It's just more efficient the way we have it.
Yeah.
Are you guys in prep together ever? And if so, is it easy for you? So, yeah.
You answer your question. You answer first, and I'll give my take.
Okay. So we've done several cuts together, several cuts not. And I say cuts because every single time I don't do a show. I mean, he's either doing a photo shoot or a show, and I'm just doing whatever I'm doing. There's been times where it was actually very difficult, and I think
difficult when we're both dieting, or
yes, when we're both dieting. But I think the last time we both did was actually easier because we both realized we can focus on our own things, and it makes it a lot smoother. Because if one of us is not prepping and the other one is, then we have to like have that understanding and like, oh, they're
different
not
wavelengths.
Yes, they're not coping well. I should probably give them space. I should do something else.
I personally think if we're both prepping, it's easier.
Yes.
Because you know when you're prepping, you're in your own mind. You have no ability to give emotional support or like that lovingness or anything like that. So we both kind of like just go our own ways and get it done and come back together.
Yes.
It's definitely harder to do it the other way, but we still do fine with it.
I think we've adapted well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you deal with decreased libido when one or both of you are deep in prep? Well, the bottom line is you just have to have the understanding of each other. It's not like, oh my God, he's attracted to other women.
Yeah.
Or oh my God, she's attracted to other men. It's just like, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you're not looking for reproduction or any type of activity of that matter. You're looking for food and sleep. Anything extra after that, you just can't give it. So like, you know, we compromise and you know what she needs or what I need, and like, you know, might be like once every 2 weeks.
Oh, I can figure it out like what prep, how often. I'm like, oh, I think he's due.
Or same here, I might be like, oh, I maybe I'll give her a massage today or try to ease the burden to see if she can maybe, meet me halfway or something. But you have to have understanding. You can't be selfish with it. You just have to understand.
And you can't get mad at each other for it either, because you have to expect it. And if you don't expect it, then you're doing something wrong.
It's only temporary.
Yeah, it's definitely temporary, because when we're both back to normal, we're both back to normal. Sorry, T-Mike.
Yeah.
Who does what in running your business?
I'll make it simple. I do nothing but answer emails.
Yes.
And come up with content. Yeah. She does content. She does emails. She does CFO stuff, financially balancing, budgeting, QuickBooks, all that crap. I hate all that stuff.
Everything.
All that stuff.
Everything.
But I just do emails and preps and all that and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate technology. I didn't even know how to post on Instagram up until last August.
He learned. Yes, he learned, because when I went to Greece with my friend, he's like, I need to learn this, and he was just like so adamant on figuring it out. He still has to.
And you doubted me.
I did.
I have to get an iPhone. She's like, you're not going to do well with iPhone. You don't know how to do it.
Because he was Android. He always uses my old phones. So I always use my old phones because he hates newer technology, and I always like the newer technology. And
I had to lose it. You had to learn it in 24 hours. You're like, you're going to fail. You're going to fail totally. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm going to make it. I'm going to do it. And I did it.
I had no faith.
And as she's gone every day, she's like, oh my God, you're learning how to do this.
Yes. Yeah. I think you called a friend.
Angel was helping. Yeah.
He called a friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he learned, but I mean, it's not to the point where he's efficient. Again, we're going back to the thing. It's like, it takes me 2 seconds for what it's going to take him 5 minutes sometimes. So
I'm 8 years older. So I still, in my mind, the 90s way better. So she grew up during the technology. But even for someone his
age, he still is anti-technology. So
simpler life.
Yes. Who decides for more dogs and what to name them?
Let me go see if this is accurate. Ready?
Okay, go ahead.
Well, she names them. She ends up having better names than me, so we'll get that out of the way. Who decides more dogs? It's more like she talks about it.
I put the
talks
idea
about it and talks about
into
it.
his mind.
And then every once in a while I'll be like, oh my God, it'd be so much fun if we had another dog. And she's like, oh really?
Or I randomly show him pictures of dogs that I find. I'm like, oh look, they're very cute.
And then eventually it progresses and progresses. I'm like, let's just get one. Screw it, get 2.
We found our limit of 5 though.
Yeah.
We did.
We can't have more than 5. Because what are you going to do? Leave?
We have to count them all.
Have a dog sitter come back. Can you watch our 5 dogs or 4 delicate dogs and our 1 dog we rescued that has messed up hips?
That might step on them, so you have to watch them so closely. It's a mess, but yeah, we love them. You named Bird. I mean, you named Sadie. I nicknamed her Bird, and then that stuck.
No, you named her Sadie.
No, you named her Sadie.
And then I'm the one that called her Sadie Bird, and then eventually turned into Bird.
Stuck to Bird, yeah.
So right. I did name 1 dog.
He named 1 dog.
And 1 dog came with its name.
Yes.
What is the craziest thing Alexia has done to get your attention? That's walk around naked.
A lot.
I was in prep, and prep, women parts are very nice, but I don't want to touch them. I don't want to really be about them. I'm like, well, that's really nice, but I'm going to carry on my food and do my thing because I'm in prep. And I remember doing
women parts are very nice.
Yeah, I remember doing prep. I remember doing dishes one day, and the corner of my eye, I'm like, what the hell is she doing? It's like she passes the hallway and she's naked, and then she passes again. I'm like, what are you doing? You naked? She's like, no, just changing, trying to find my stuff. But why in the living room naked?
Why not?
So come to find out, she's trying to see if I was still interested. Because this was the first preparation I was going through. So first preparation, it was kind of rough. So I was really tired and exhausted, and I don't have anything to do with.
That was the one I woke up at 4 a.m. with him to do fasted cardio with him.
Yeah.
I was a good girlfriend.
That's good.
I need my sleep.
But that was the craziest thing she's ever done. I'm not gonna say pouring water because that's not attention. You just want to.
I like messing with you.
All right. What's different?
Have you guys ever wanted to establish a business non-fitness or healthcare related?
I'll go first.
Okay.
It's easy. No, because I tend to I can only have motivation to do things I really am passionate about, really want to do. I'm not a good person at doing things I don't want to do.
No.
So I love helping people, and helping people is really kind of aligns with nutrition, healthcare, and fitness, and that's my passion. So that's always been my focus and where I would honestly stay.
And I think this also stems to male versus female type minds. It's like females have so many different interests sometimes, and men are kind of one-tracked. And this is just, right. I am...
One box.
One box. We have multiple boxes. And so for me, I really like business and numbers and all that jazz too. I really like helping people. I love what I do. So it's not like I want to take anything away from that. But sometimes I think about maybe, you know, starting other businesses or going into different things as, you know, side things to the business, but not anytime soon because I have it up to here with what I'm doing. But
we have no more time in the day.
Yes, I need more time to be.
This is our Sunday, and we just finished working at 2. And this
We're not supposed to work.
No, yeah, and now we're doing a little video, and then we'll probably end up doing something that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Or I'll just do a prank on him or something. I liked that this question was in there.
This is my buddy's question from old high school.
Yes, I liked how it was in there because, you know, anyone in the right mind would know this answer, but...
Of course, I'm stronger, but I tend to...
The question was who's stronger.
I tend to bodybuild, so I like to isolate muscles. And one day we're doing a row motion, and I'm all upright, my abs are tight, core is tight, and pulling, squeezing, getting good lat. And there's this one over there being like... Rah!
And how close was the weight?
And it was like only like a 30, 40 pound difference.
You're welcome.
And I have like 130 pounds on her. I look at her, I'm like, you need to make me focus. She's like, no, put another 10 pounds in there.
Okay, I like lifting.
That one's for you, Jim. And we want to end with something about how we approach a relationship. I think is key.
That we feel is important.
Because we prep together, we've done a lot together. And we with each other every day, all day.
And a lot of people ask how we do it and how we are, well, seemingly have a great relationship, which I think we actually do, and are able to still find time to have fun together and love each other and still like each other.
Yeah, but it comes down to how we argue, how we fight.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, like, never once in our relationship have we ever name-called.
Stonewalled.
We never stonewalled each other. We've never been malicious where, say, if someone's hurt, the other one tries to elicit hurt to make them feel the same way. We never have done that. We never, like, go after each other. If we're really angry, we don't, like, go after and badger to get them, like, riled up.
And this might just be because we've learned over, like, previous relationships.
Yeah.
Or in general, we went into this relationship really not wanting to do any of those things. Like, we actually had that in our mind from the get-go. And, you know, I never want to be mean to him. So that's a win.
The thing is, all those types of things create resentment and create, like, distance and static between each other that makes the relationship, makes you not want to be around that person as much. And so, like, why would you want to ruin that?
And people are so scared of relationships these days because that happens so often.
And people are too selfish. So it's like, in a relationship, you really have to understand that, like, hey, I might be wrong in this situation. You got to apologize when you're wrong. You have to admit when you're wrong.
Yeah.
So, like, that's a big thing a lot of people I see relationships don't do is if they do something wrong, they admit when they're wrong. Well, you know what, dude? It's a sign of serious weakness if you're a guy. Like, if you mess up, you're sorry, you move on, you learn from it, you try to correct it and move forward. But there can't be any one of this where one person's always right, one person's always wrong. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's going to end up a catastrophe. Always be grateful.
Yeah, we've always tried to actually talk about how grateful we feel or what we love about each other, or, well, thank you for doing that, or, you know, I think
the biggest thing too is how much we've learned from other people. Like, I mean, nobody likes to think about dying, but do you know how many people you read they write their perspective of life, and one of the things that constantly comes up when they're dying is, I wish I was more grateful. I wish I lived more in the moment. I wish I accepted more of what I had that I don't have now, because now my life's ending. I always think to myself, not that I'm dying, but, like, I always think to myself, like, we tend not to appreciate things until they're gone.
Yeah.
So I really try to focus on, this is my new car right here, my new car.
Shiny.
That I like to think of it as a new car every day, instead of being like, oh, I need a new one. You know what I mean?
I don't need a new one. This one won't break.
But do you see what I'm saying? Like, I try to be grateful for each other and
appreciative.
take time and live in the moment.
Yeah.
Like,
and I mean, we actually already have a will because, you know, we're like that. But we do, you know, think about it like, I don't want to waste this time I have with you, because we do realize that life is short and anything can happen. And it's not like we're morbid, we're just realistic, and it makes us more appreciative.
Yeah.
And one thing we have very different upbringings. And sometimes what one of us says, it's perceived differently to the other one. So we have this new thing where we stop and we're like, filter.
It's a filter, right? So it's like, on this side of the filter, if I say, why are you doing that? And on her side, she hears, he's questioning me why I'm doing this.
He thinks I'm this.
Right. So, like, sometimes what you're saying the other person's interpreting different than you're meaning, and that's a problem because that's obviously miscommunication where my intention is not to be mean, my intention is not to be that way, but she might take it as in, oh my God, like he's not seeing me how I want him to see me, or what does he mean by that? And to me, it's very simple words, but when it goes through her filter, it's different because of her different upbringings.
Yeah, and it's not like you can always learn, oh, I can't say this around her, I can't say that. It's like, why don't you just say and be like, hey, what did you think I meant? Like, because I think that we're having a miscommunication here. And so sometimes we take the step back to really try to figure that out.
Before you react.
Before we it's a
Right,
mess.
because if I say something and she reacts strongly, I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then I react stronger, and then she goes back and forth, and then it's a mess. Versus if I say something and she gets thrown off, I need to be like, whoa, what did you think I meant by that? And she'll explain to me, and I'll say, oh, no, that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is this. And she's like, oh, okay.
I did not take it like that.
Right, instead of reacting.
So that was like one key thing that I feel like was a game changer for us in our communication.
Yeah, we ran into problems for a little bit with that, with the filter, because we're always on this different page, and eventually figured out that our different pages, we're just reading the page differently.
Yes. We always work on relationship. We're always trying to be better. We're always trying to have fun with each other. It is tough sometimes when we're working all day long and we actually don't have energy at the end of the day for each other. So that's why we really try to, you know, put the good quality time together when we can, but also still keeping our drive and our goals and pushing forward with that too. So
yep.
it is a constant balance, but as long as you have that open communication, I think that it's possible.
Yep.
Anything you'd like to add, Seth?
No, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed this, guys. We will do another Q&A soon. Send us some comments, send us some questions. I'll talk to you soon.